So welcome class, and we'll be discussing question 3 still of the June 2021 paper. And question 3 goes like this: that examine factors that should be considered when designing a human resource development program. In an organization. Factors that should be considered when developing a human resource development program. So a human resource development program can be anything that possibly seek to transform the human resource department to another level in a positive way, so that you can easily achieve your objectives or goals. What are some of these factors that will be considered when designing any human resource development program in an organization? Number one, very important to look at the costs involved, the cost or the resources required by this human resource development program, whatever human resource development program that you want to come up with. What is the cost that will be involved? What are the resources that will be required? Then look at the available resources. So you need to compare the cost required versus the available resources. Are we in a position to develop this program? Look at the time. In fact, this one will just put it as 1 point. Available resources versus the cost versus the resources required. That's how we are going to put it. Sorry, looks like my machine is a bit hanging. Yeah, just a minute. Let it respond. Okay, so we are looking at we've said we look at the costs required versus. Okay, so number one, this pen is misbehaving. Okay, number one, the costs required versus available resources. Number two, we look at the time required, time that will be consumed to develop this, and the available time versus the available time. Do we have enough time resources to develop this program? Because we may want to develop it, but it's going to, we'll develop it, yes, but at the expense of other programs. It will interfere with so many other things. So in such like a case, that may not be a good idea. So let's look at the available time versus the time required for this to develop this project. Then we might also want to look at the risks involved. Are we able to handle the risks? Or are the risks so severe that we cannot handle should they occur? So those are some of the questions. Are we able to handle the risks? Can we manage the risks when they occur? Can we prevent them from occurring? Can we reduce the impact? So let's look at all those items. What are the possible risks and how do we go about them? If it's okay, then perfect. Let's look at the culture, our culture. The culture of the organization, culture of the employees and the organization, culture of the organization. Does it marry well with this new program? Or will you have to change our culture? How easy is it to change our culture? Will we not have resistance to change? So it will be one of the factors that we'll have to consider when we are designing the human resource development program. Will it fit into our culture, or will our culture possibly blend with that program? Otherwise, if there will be a mismatch between the program and our culture, then chances are that it's not going to see the light of the day. Then number 5, we have let's look at the staff that we have, especially motivation and the attitude. What's the attitude of the staff towards this? Attitude of the staff towards that program. Are they supportive of the new program? Are we talking about a learning staff, a staff that is enthusiastic for this new, program, new development, or we are talking about a staff that is just, So let's talk about the staff. Look at your staff. Look at their capabilities. Look at their strengths, and see if possibly they can stand the new program that you want to design. The skills. Look at the skills of the staff. Do they have the know-how? They have the know-how to possibly implement or use that program that you intend to introduce. What does the law say about this new program? The legal factors. Consider the legal factors about that program that you want to design. What does the law say about it? Very important, so that you don't design or waste the organization resources in coming up with a design or something, that a program that will be fought by the law of the day. It should conform to the laws of the day. So look at the legal factors. Look at the systems that you have, the infrastructure that you have. Infrastructure, the procedures, your procedures. Look at them. Will they be in line with this new program? A good program is the one that comes in and is supported by the system. It gets the infrastructure. It gets the, there's a blend. That will be a good program, because it's not going to distort or to come up with a lot of, changes, and, that would be a good program. So if you are designing a human resource development program, please check to see that it is in line. These are some of these major factors that you must not go wrong with them, and make sure that you have a good compensation system also in place for that, if it calls for, because we mentioned something like motivation here. So motivation may call for a reward system also, just to make sure that people are motivated to do to carry out the task. So these are some of the points, but of course they are not limited to those ones. You can still add others. Let's look at question 3B. Analyze the different target audience when communicating results of a human resource program in organization. Analyze the different target audience when communicating results of a human resource program. This question is almost related to this one. Meetings are crucial. Explain the various types of such meetings. Almost related. Analyze the different target audience. So target audience, when you are communicating results of a human resource program, we have senior management. Of course, we have your staff, the overall staff. They need to know how the program is faring on, and it can be basically to motivate them. The board might also be so much interested in knowing how the new program is faring on. So the board, and we can basically put the board stroke the shareholders. Of course, we have the line managers. Line managers are the various departmental heads. They might want to know the impact of the human resource program that you introduce. So we have line managers, we have board shareholders, we have the general staff of the organization, we have the senior management. We might also talk about supervisors, possibly. Supervisors and the team. That is a human resource department. So the human resource department, who are the direct users of this information, the team HRD. This is general staff. I think there will be a difference in that. Then you can also talk about supervisors and foremen. Supervisors and foremen. These are the technical guys at the very bottom layer, that is the operational level. Operational level. These are at the top level management, and most of these are mid-level management. Mid-level management. These, of course, board and the shareholders are outside. The shareholders are outside the organization. Board have been given the mandate to govern the organization. Then, yeah, those are key people, the different target audience. Yeah, these are the key people that possibly might be interested in knowing the results of our human resource program that was introduced into the organization. Of course, we might also be having other external stakeholders from outside, but these are major ones from inside. Thank you. So the best way to answer this question is when you say senior management, possibly you might want to explain and say, well, how exactly will that information possibly benefit them? Why will they want the results of human resource program? Most obvious reason for this one, senior management, is for decision making. For the staff, basically it's feedback. For the staff is feedback. And of course, this feedback can work as a motivational tool. For the board and shareholders to stamp the decision. That we continue to do, let's continue with that, or to validate the decision. So they might want the results so that they can validate the decision. Line managers to win their support. These ones will want so that they can give you the 100% support that you need. The team to work extra hard in pushing for that, that's how it goes. And then, these are the implementers. So that way it becomes very easy for you to convince the examiner. Okay, let's meet in the next question. Thank you.